Hello dear traders, welcome. This is a video about a specific, more advanced topic within the market causality. As you know, the dollar pairs came down a lot in the recent sessions. We had, like here in Australian dollar, longies coming in, okay, so dumb money buyers buying the market again and again and again, okay, so creating a squeeze against the longies. And the algos respond to that by pushing down the market against those buyers. Okay, taking out the stops, taking out the stops at the moving averages, etc. So the question arises, okay, how can something like this be traded? And this may be advanced, but of course it can be traded, okay? And what you would do is you would trade away from inner range targets. So that's why this is not for beginners, yeah? But it is easier to trade away from the actual target rather than catching the move towards the target, which will eventually happen. Why? Because in those squeeze scenarios, for every move towards the target, you will have at least 4, 5, 6 counter moves in the opposite direction. So now, a beginner within the market causality will just skip the trade, okay, and wait until the squeeze dies and then trade towards the inner range targets. Once there's a proper money switch and the long squeeze collapses, yeah, we see the green line collapsing and the market snapping in the opposite direction. Now, an advanced market causality trader with a lot of experience, yes, he can trade into the squeeze. That means selling while the dumb money is buying. Now, let me be clear, that means that you will be trading away from the MTS, which is really like a psychological hurdle you need to overcome, all right? Because, of course, anytime they can take the targets. So that's also why you would need to protect your short with a clear stop, okay, above those targets. Meaning that once the price turns, you need to get out and take your loss. Okay, let me be very clear. You can't go short here, trade away from the targets, and then not protect your downside, because once there's a dumb money switch, it can just go up and take all the targets. You can't hold this over, you can't scale into this easily, okay? So that means if you are an advanced MK trader, yes, this is an approach, yeah, in a squeeze mode. So the longies are in the market trying to buy the dips. So you want to sell into those buyers, meaning you're going to trade away from those inner range targets, which eventually will be taken out, okay, once the squeeze collapses. You protect yourself, your short, with a stop above those targets, knowing that once the party is over, you're going to get kicked out. But if you are consistent, you may collect 3 or 4 winners before there's a loser and the market snaps. Okay, so these things are possible to answer that question. Okay, the reason why I'm not elaborating on this all the time is because that could confuse some of the beginners who have learned to trade towards the MTS once the squeeze has died. Okay, but here, even in Kiwi dollar, look, this is a 30-minute chart. There's a squeeze going on, longies are coming, trying to buy, they go down, down, down. You can sell, put your own stop above the targets, sell. Okay, you can sell again away from the targets, knowing that at some point the collapse will die and there will be counter move towards all the targets. Okay? So these are trades within a squeeze mode. They can only be done basically if you are in such a squeeze mode. Okay? Very important. All right? So what we have been observing in this week is basically this, okay, which you see here on the euro dollar day chart. Okay, the market longies are coming in, buying, the market comes lower, everybody tries to buy again, average down, creating a squeeze, and the smart money algos go after that by pushing euro dollar down, taking all the MAs, taking the stops, taking the low. Okay, the low has been taken now. You see some short is coming in, so if the squeeze collapses and there's a dumb money switch, they're going to go up. Okay, but this needs to happen first. Once that has happened, surprise, surprise, the smart money will take out the lower time frame targets. Yes. Well, yeah. Okay, like euro dollar here on the hour chart, you know, the order gap zones, the LTS, the STS, all these targets will be cleared. Okay, the OST and all these things, MTS. But first, this squeeze line needs to slope downwards. Okay, we had some longies coming in, which is why they went down again on Friday. You see, it's literally how this works. Okay, now once those longies have been kicked out, then and the squeeze really collapses properly, then we're gonna be in 4-hour reversal territory, and there can be a counter move. All right, but make no mistake, if longies come in trying to buy heavily, they're gonna take the LTS. It's literally one or the other depending on the dumb money flow. The market is sensitive towards buyers because it's still in a squeeze mode. So if buyers come in, the green line will slope upwards again and they're going to go for the low. But if shorties come in and the whole thing switches and the market is also sensitive to sellers entering expensively, then we're going to see a 4-hour reversal up. So that is the theme for the next week, and this will affect all markets. And also what's relevant is of course news announcements. But be very aware, like if there's a dumb money flow and the news announcements go in the direction the smart money wants to see it, the smart money will react ice cold, which means either going for the inner range targets, yeah, like worse data for the US dollar combined with dumb money shorties, or they will attack again if dumb money longists keep on buying and the data for the dollar is better than expected. That's basically it in a nutshell, which is going to affect the main pairs. Okay. Now some of the pairs like here euro yen, who have euro as well as dollar yen in them, you see it's more complex, there's no squeeze going on, they've taken the moving average, some shorties, so they can do their own move almost independently, which is a certain specific scenario, yeah, we don't always have. Like looking for example here at dollar yen, it did this massive up move, and in the end, seconds, there we go. So now we can actually change the size as we want to, which is really beautiful. And the new version of the MK web. Yeah, dollar yen. You see, so we the prices between longies and shorties. But if euro dollar attacks the lows, dollar yen is going to go up. If euro dollar has a dumb money switch and does an inner range move, dollar yen is going to go down against those longies, for example. Yeah. And some of the other pairs like pound yen, there will be a little bit more autonomous. Okay, because look, we have longies coming in, but of course if they could, they would love to clear the 200 level with the SDS. Now they could only clear the 200 level if some shorties come in, they will go for it. But if longies keep on coming in like this, they need to normalize down and take the SDS. So we are at an inflection point across markets. Okay, pay attention to the news, pay attention to the dumb money flow. Markets are overstretched, but that doesn't mean that we see the pullback yet. We see the pullback as soon as there is a proper collapse in the squeeze lines. Then we're going to see a pullback, and this pullback then can be tradable. This is a very important shot. Okay, why is it that markets keep on going one direction? No, because the dumb money goes on the other side. As simple as that. This is the squeeze move. This is a situation where we have those long-term trends. Okay, they exist because there are dumb money buyers willing to buy into this falling knife. Okay, and this creates a squeeze, which is clearly shown by our beautiful MK indicators, and this creates this move. Now things are complex because things can switch, and then we can see pullbacks if the scenario I've described takes place. Okay, so pay attention to this week. This is a decisive week. Be on top of things. Okay, don't over leverage. Consider trading in steps. Consider trading with limits. Okay, I hope you liked this video. If yes, leave me a like, leave me a comment, share. Lots of love. Take care. Get the MK web. Only £60 per month.